Coming up next, I talked with one of South Florida's leading attorneys, Peter Ticktin, who's created a top-flight law firm. And in an interview taped earlier, I asked Peter how it all began.
Well, I guess you could go back to when I quit medical school and went and started to go to law school back decades ago. Yeah. And then ultimately I came down to Florida and started to practice law down here. Having to get on the Florida bar in the first place was an ordeal, but I managed to do that, and then had a number of major cases that were newsworthy.
Well, you guys did this when nobody else would touch these things, and you were right in there.
Yeah, at that time, people were afraid to be anywhere within 100 yards of somebody that was HIV positive.
Right.
And I knew the science behind it, and I wasn't really worried about that part of it. And these people needed help. So I did that. I never made any money on that aspect of it, but I felt it was important for the public. And then a number of other cases, weird cases. I got to be known as a person that took. I had an eclectic practice, so if somebody had a monkey bite, I got it. We had a court TV trial on organ procurement, the only case in the world that's ever gone to trial. And I have a rule that if you're going to be on national TV, you have to win. Okay?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Right.
You don't want to lose in front of millions of viewers.
No. In the practice of law, winning is what it's all about.
Well, also you're in the forefront of the foreclosure defense. You were one of the top guys in the world who picked up on the robo-signing deal that these guys were doing.
Right. We were the ones that unearthed the major scheme that was going on, where the banks were basically providing false affidavits to win their
documents.
Lawsuits.
Yeah,
exactly.
There was also the lady up in Palm Beach Gardens, Samansky. She was involved in that.
She discovered the assignments of the mortgages, which one of the law firms was basically, making. Fortunately, what we discovered was a national-wide scheme where false affidavits were being used in hundreds of thousands of lawsuits to get final judgments on false evidence. Yeah. So,
well, what was the result of all that? You came out, and you're the guy with the white hat and the hero in the deal. What happened?
Well, in fact, we helped the federal government and the 50 attorney generals in the 50 states. We provided them with all of our information, with that, they were able to get a $30 billion settlement, one of the largest actions ever in the United States.
Well, listen, you got a terrific, innovative new situation at your law firm with small businesses. What's that all about?
Okay, well, we had altogether about 7,000 not clients, but families that we were keeping in their homes in terms of mortgage foreclosure. Yeah. I mean, we weren't successful on all the cases, but we had a very good rate of success. And what we did was we worked out systems to make a new paradigm for a law practice. So we're very, very cost effective. And now we're able to bring that cost effectiveness to benefit clients in all our other kinds of actions that we have. With small businesses, we actually have a small monthly retainer that we charge. And with that, there's certain basic services. So, it just costs so much when a businessman needs to call their attorney.
And you don't charge by the phone call, do you?
No, not if they have one of these agreements. No, not at all. And the thing is, there's always issues coming up. What do I do? I had my employee smoking cigarettes and then non-smoking cigarettes. Believe it or not, these are legal issues that need to be looked at. You cannot just terminate people at will, even though we're an at-will state, because there's so many different ramifications that can come up. And so what happens normally is you call your lawyer in one of the big firms, and they turn on their meter.
You've got a terrific model for a law firm. Are you going to expand it?
We don't have an office in Pensacola, but we do in Jacksonville and Tallahassee and Orlando. Stuart, Miami, Deerfield Beach, Tampa, St. Pete, Sarasota, Fort Myers. So we're around the state.
Well, that's terrific, and you're doing it with a little help of your friends. You're making this a wonderful organization.
we're very, very lucky to be able to do this at a time that technology allows us to do things in very, very sensible and economic ways. I can talk to somebody in Tampa as though they're down the hall.
Right, that's true.
And they're all on the same computer system.
Right.
You know, everything is scanned, and we're able to communicate better with our clients because of technology. Right. So every single time there's a document that's sent to court or back to us, or a letter to the opposing counsel or anything, the client gets a copy of it automatically, bang, with an email. Let me just say, though, I've been watching your show for years, and I really am honored and really appreciate the invitation to be here, and thank you very much for that.
All right, Peter, God bless you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much.
All right. And stay with us. We'll return right after these orders.